So we've got just 1 week now until the next lot of free PlayStation Plus games is officially announced. So we've got a pretty decent week this week. We've got a giveaway which we are doing for an awesome Dungeons game, so make sure you stay tuned towards the end of the video. It is an awesome game that tons of you guys are going to love, as well as a rumour for a pretty cool looking racing game. Now before we do get into it, if you guys are looking to renew your PlayStation Plus memberships or looking to get cheap PSN credit, make sure you check out the sponsor Instant Gaming. There's a link down below that will give you a little bit more of a discount. Everything on their site is usually like 20% off, and that's including pre-orders, so make sure you check them out. Now, first things first, the drop. Now, yes, again, it didn't happen yesterday, because, again, this week, there's just not that many decent new games coming out on PlayStation. There's literally one title that I think is going to be worth a play, and it's a game that's not even going to be for everybody, and that's Super Toy Cars 2. Now, the reason that I'm even going for this is because growing up, my favourite racing game was Micro Machines. Yes, it wasn't a proper game like Gran Turismo or anything like that. It was Micro Machines, and I love the tabletop style of it. Now, Super Toy Cars 2 is a similar style of game if you're into those little mini car racers. That's a little bit more fun, a little bit more casual, and at times just really super crazy. This one comes out this week. It looks pretty fun to play, and it's one that I can't wait to check out myself. Rumours. Now, the rumour is for a game called Road Rage. Now, this isn't a massive AAA title, but to be fair, we have had a few months now where we've got really awesome AAA games, so it has got to about that time where we can start expecting more indie games or smaller titles that people aren't too bothered about. But Road Rage actually looks pretty cool. It's an over-the-top look-down drag racing game with motorbikes. It's a combat game where you test your skills against bikes. It looks really cool. Now, it is online, it's up to 4 players, and the one thing that I do like about the look of this game, with it being a combat racing game, is it's actually an open world game as well, so you can explore, have a mess around. There's loads of different missions in it. Apparently there's 90 missions that you can complete. Now, I don't know whether this is going to be solo, whether it's kind of the campaign style of it, or whether or not you can kind of do it online with your friends, but either way, it does actually look pretty cool. It's normally only like £14 on the store, so something like this that looks pretty cool, that's also pretty cheap, I can imagine coming to PlayStation. Curious to see what you guys think though. Something like this going free, would you be happy with it? Or do you expect more from PlayStation Plus at the moment? Now, last week I was talking to you guys about the games that I'm playing at the moment, and obviously I've been playing Sea of Thieves and absolutely loving it. And the one thing that I've got tons and tons of comments from you guys about is that you hate it simply because I'm playing it on Xbox, and the only reason I'm playing it on Xbox is because it's not available on PlayStation. So yeah, there's not really much I can do about it. It's a really fun game that I'm really enjoying, and it's what all my friends are playing. But this week I have actually been playing something different. I've kind of stepped away from being a pirate for a little bit to become a spaceman instead, because with the update of Desolation on No Man's Sky, I've been back on there and absolutely loving it. Now, this title is absolutely amazing, and yes, it is a PlayStation game. Now, the new update that's come in, Desolation, if you've played before, you'll know about the freighters that you can kind of purchase, upgrade and stuff, but now there's abandoned freighters that kind of float around. You land on them, you don't go in through like the warp gate kind of thing, you kind of land on a landing pad just outside and walk in. Boosters are disabled, so you can't jump around and explore on it, which is a little bit annoying, but once you're inside, it's creepy music. There's kind of different sectors that you have to explore. There's kind of 3 aims for it, of finding like the captain's log and all that sort of stuff. And once you've done it, you can take everything back to the space station and sell what you've found for nanites or reputation with the different races. Now, personally, I went for the nanites just because I've been looking to buy some stuff. It is actually pretty cool. It's also pretty creepy. The music in there, the lighting, it is really dark and does look really creepy. But playing it last night, it was really fun at the same time, and every single freighter that you land on is completely differently set out. Different aliens and monsters on board, and loads of different stuff that you can collect as well. Definitely a really fun game if you are looking for a new game to play. And yes, just to kind of clarify one thing for you guys, the wolf has disappeared simply because even though it looked pretty cool as like an animated avatar when I'm streaming if I can't be bothered putting my webcam up, I just kept getting asked off you guys if I am a furry, and just to answer that, no. It was simply just an animated avatar just for when I'm streaming and I don't want to put my cam up, just so there's kind of something else there. So instead I've gone for a bald dude, which I can kind of customise depending on the game. And for me personally, for some reason, I just thought it looked like Carl Pilkington because he's bald and looks a bit dopey. So yeah, if you want to see me actually streaming these sort of games, make sure you check out my Twitch. You'll see it popping up during the stream, Inked X Lad. as usual. Make sure you follow over there, it would be greatly appreciated. Time for a shout out though. Not something that we normally do, but yes, it's something that I would like to include in the video, just to try and give something back to you guys. The Grinding God, thank you very much for your comment over on YouTube. Second, anyways, love your videos, man. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Want to get yourself a shout out? Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you leave a comment. But let's crack on. Predictions. 2 games that I'm going to go for. 2 really different styles of titles as well. Both of them I've played, both of them pretty fun in their own way. Now, the first one, Stranger Things 3. The game looks awful. It kind of looks, if you've ever played like Escapists, think those style of graphics, very pixelated. But the only reason that I kind of even wanted to look at this game is simply because I love the TV show. I have binge watched it on Netflix, I've watched all of the episodes twice, and I cannot wait to find out what happens to Hopper in the next season, which hopefully is coming out pretty soon. The gameplay for it is pretty fun, it just depends whether you're into the style of game. The second one though, Kingdom Come Deliverance. This game, the one thing that I need to say about it, it needs multiplayer. It's a really awesome title, it's got tons and tons of potential for a huge RPG game, but the only problem is, you have to play it single player. Now, I'm not too sure if any of the DLCs that are on this game add any form of multiplayer, but pretty much it's a huge world, open world game where you can explore and do everything, an RPG set back in the medieval times, where it looks really cool. There's a few things that you can do on it to make it even more realistic, which really get annoying, like you can turn the full HUD off and directions and the map and everything, where to get to where you need to go, literally you have to follow like the equivalent of street signs and stuff. Can make the game take forever. It's like the full realistic mode, but it's so much fun, and it'd be so awesome to be able to play it with your friends and get in factions and all that sort of stuff. Hopefully something like that could come to the game, but it has been out a while now, so with it not being added to the game already, it's a possibility that it's not going to happen. But again, I don't know whether the DLC has got anything like that in there, but they're the 2 games that I'm going to go for. Giveaway time though, yes, it's something that I want to try and add in each week if I've got something that I can give away to you guys. This week just gone, we left it up for a week over on Twitter for a mysterious indie game, which turned out to be a game called Explosive Jake over on PlayStation, and a guy called Isaac Crew won it, so congratulations dude, I hope you're enjoying the game. We have got another game set up already, but this one is a little bit different because it's a bit of a bigger game that's got a lot more in it, which I'm sure tons and tons of you guys are going to want to try and get a copy of, and that's Dungeons 3. Now, this is a PlayStation copy, so if you're on Xbox, I do apologise. But pretty much this game, if you're into your dungeon crawler games, imagine being the one that makes these dungeons. Imagine picking which monsters and traps and everything you want in every single room and building it all yourself, while at the same time you're kind of plotting to go into the overworld, take over, and kind of cause a bit of trouble. That's what this game's about, Dungeons 3, and it's a pretty awesome game. When I first saw it, I was a bit like, don't know if it's something that I'm going to play. I do like my dungeon games, but this one, because it was building your own, I thought it's going to be too much of a sim style game, which, don't get me wrong, you guys will know I love like simulation games, but this one, when you jump onto it, it's completely not. It's got a full campaign on it. You can play with your friends as well, which makes it even better. And literally, you just kind of design your own dungeons and then go to the overworld, take your monsters with you, cause some havoc, get some stuff, and it's pretty cool. So as usual, if you want to try and get yourself a copy of this game, make sure you're following over on Twitter. There's a pin post over there. All you need to do is make sure you like, make sure you retweet, and make sure you're following me, and the winner will be announced towards the end of the week. Now, any of the games that I have mentioned on here, if you guys are looking to find people to play with, make sure you join the Discord. You'll see a link down below. Once you're in there, all you need to do is make sure you react to the post. Once you're in there, all you need to do is go to the verify bit and just press react to the post. All you need to do is just kind of keeps the bots out of there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Again, just a reminder before we finish up, if you do need to renew your PlayStation Plus or you're after PSN credit, make sure you check out Instant Gaming. The link down below will give you more of a discount as well, so make sure you check them out. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe, and again, make sure you're following over on Twitter, because anything that I don't make videos about, other bits of news and stuff, that's kind of where I post it. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you next time.